Okay, I guess I am live. So, welcome again. Good afternoon, magandang gabi, magandang hapon, magandang umaga, good afternoon, good morning, good evening to all my friends, their followers, wherever you are in the world. I hope you are in good shape. Yes. Yeah. And welcome to my day 7 of my Go Live journey. And today, I am honored to have a guest from Winnipeg, Canada, one of my business colleagues there. And yes, so without further ado, may I welcome Sister Ching Esguerra. Hi, Ching. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to you. But it's still a good morning in North
Oh
America.
yeah, good
Yeah,
morning there. Yeah,
yeah,
because
still good
it's
morning.
afternoon here.
But we are worldwide, so I want to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. We want to include everybody who are watching, especially those who are follower of your page.
Thank
Yes,
you.
good morning to everyone, and I hope you guys are having a great day today.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to start now. But first, I would like to thank you for thank you for saying yes to this Go Live journey.
Yes,
And I was really honored to have you here today. So, can you introduce yourself to our viewers? Who were you? What you're doing? Yeah.
yeah, okay. So again, everyone, my name is Ching Esguerra. First off, I want to say I'm a wife to my wonderful husband, Arlan. We are also originally from the Philippines. In fact, I am a certified public accountant in the Philippines. And
Mm-hmm.
I have worked as an auditor for almost 7 years before migrating to Canada 16 years ago. In Canada, we are so blessed. I am so blessed to be given or working as a research accounting supervisor at one of the universities here. My husband and I have joined the online business community almost 2 years ago. And at this time now, I am proud to say that I am an online business coach.
Wow! Congratulations for your achievements.
Oh, thank you so much, Beck.
Yes. How did you find this business, and what made you say yes?
Oh, okay. What made me say yes and how did I find the business? So actually, I don't know, you know, right? Like, but not all people know that
Mm-mm.
Elsie Besana is my coach and my mentor. So she
Mm-hmm.
introduced this to us. She is our dear friend, and we just live one house apart. She introduced this business to us when she found this. And that was the time that it was just like 3 months. My husband is calling me. three
Oh,
months,
okay.
sorry. That's okay. That was just like 3 months after my cancer treatment because I had cancer
Wow.
in 2017. But during that time, Elsie showed it to us, and my husband and I, our initial reaction was like we were so skeptic about it because, as you know,
Mhm.
it's no one believes anything online right away, right? And
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
my background, I am an auditor, so you know how detailed auditors,
of course.
right? So we always have to research things, and we don't believe things easily right away, right? So, and during that time too, when it was first introduced to us, we weren't ready for it. We weren't looking for anything, because, as I've said, it was just like I'm still in the recovery phase. I
Mm-mm.
was still healing, so we didn't really think about it. Anyway, fast forward to maybe around 7 months after it was introduced to us, um, we were talking about it because from the day it was introduced to us by Elsie, we were watching her and we've seen her growing her business. Okay, month in and month out, her business is growing. And as I mentioned in my previous interviews, if people have seen it, that when I was on treatment, my husband and I had a lot of expenses. Medical expenses in Canada are free, right? But when you
Mm-mm.
are sick, there's a lot of expenses that comes in with getting sick, right? And during that time, my husband and I made it a point that we wouldn't worry first about finances. My
Mhm.
income was reduced because I was off work for a year and a half, and our expenses were just growing during that time, right? And we don't know where to get the money from except to go for our credit card line of credit. So we incurred,
Yes.
in short, we incurred a lot of debt during that time. And after my treatment, also, there were medical family emergencies back home that were both life threatening, that we didn't have a choice. When you are abroad, people think that you have easy access to funds, and that is correct. You have easy access to funds, but those are from credit cards and line of credit, right? So a lot of
Mm-mm.
people back home, they don't realize that, but that's how we do things. And the problem with it too is that as people with Filipino background, we are so attached to our family or even
Family.
extended
Yes.
family that we can just like say no to them. So at that point, during right after my treatment, we also incurred a lot of debt just because of me getting sick and also family members getting sick. So okay, going back to the 7th month after Coach Elsie showed us the business, it was then that we realized, oh, you know what? We probably need to look at this because this might just be the opportunity or
Mm-mm.
the business or the chance, not even the business, might be the chance that would change our financial position too. Because after my treatment, that's one realization. We incurred a lot of debt, right? Second, we also realized that life is so short. So even if we have a
Yeah.
lot of debt, we don't wanna apply for another job, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
to tire ourselves working just to pay off our debt. So we didn't like that either. So we wanted to prioritize our health, right? And
Of
then we
course.
also wanted to save something for emergencies and our retirement. So how can you do all of those, right? How can you make changes if your income is the same? Because I'm back at work, he's working, so it's the same income because it's just the two of us. We don't have kids. So it's the same income, and yet we have a lot of debts to pay. So how are we going to do that without stressing so much and without, as I've said, tiring our bodies, because we are not getting any younger too.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we do that? And then this business, online business that Elsie originally offered to us, became a blessing to us because it's like, oh, you know what, here it is. So we thought, okay, let's just check it. So we registered, we checked the webinar, and after we watched the webinar, we made a little bit of researching, right? Because
Of course.
7 months, we were already checking every now and then. Every time it comes to our newsfeed, sometimes we would check, right? Because we get
Mm-mm.
curious about it. So anyway, once we watched the webinar, you know what? We made we regret not looking into it 7 months ago.
Before. Yes. Earlier.
The webinar, yeah, the webinar explained everything in detail and it made sense. And we were like, why did we not check it then? Because we lost a lot of time already. But anyway, we still believe that when it's your time to
I,
do it, it's gonna
yes.
happen. So that's the time we joined. That was our aha moment after watching the webinar because it really explains the business concept in detail. And I don't know if we would enter into another business if it wasn't for the structure that was laid out on that particular webinar, because I don't see this system somewhere else, right? I love how they have also the community of business owners supporting each other. I love how they have a detailed training site where it explains what you needed to do, where you can plug into the system even if you don't have business background. My husband and
Mm-hmm.
I, we have zero experience as far as the business. That's why we didn't even consider opening one, right? But with the business model that they presented, it was just so convincing, right? And it made me say, oh, you know what? If we're going to start a business, this must be it. So it was a no brainer after we watched the webinar.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a very inspiring story that you have, sir, shared. So based on your story, so can you say that this business was really timing for you, for the situation that you had a blessing?
I would definitely say it is a blessing. You know why? Because first,
Mm-mm.
I was the very skeptic person. I'm the hardest person to convince to join something like that.
Mm-mm.
Second, okay, we didn't have any business background, and I hate selling. I hate social media back then. That
Yeah.
explains why our Facebook profile is named Arlan and Ching, because this is
Mm-mm.
my husband's profile. It's not even mine. I just added my name there after I joined the business. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But then again, when this business was presented to us, remember our realization when after I get sick that we wanted, to enjoy and have time for each other and our family and the things that we love to do as much as we can, because life is short, right? So that's one realization. The next realization we have is that our health is a priority. Number three is we have incurred a lot of debts. Number four, we wanted to save funds for
Of
emergency
course.
purposes and our retirement. So
Mm-mm.
all those realizations can be achieved by starting the business. So for us, when we saw the business, it was like, whoa, this can answer all of our, our realizations. We wanted to make it happen. So this business, we believe after we watched the webinar, this business can really do that for us. And that's what we did.
Yeah, just like me, when I saw the webinar, yeah, it's normal to be a bit skeptical about it. But as you have mentioned, you search for it. Me too. I've searched for it if it's really true, because I've been to online something that was only I lost money for it, because it was a scam. So I was really careful about investing online or something that is online there. So I really don't like, and I really, there are lots of online thing that had been offering, had been that I've been offered to, but I turned them. And because I know that this business of ours, the system that we have is the best one, because we don't have to be selling, we don't have to be calling friends, okay, join us. So we don't do that. So and as you have mentioned again, the selling thing, we don't sell anything. So this is the good thing that in our business. Yeah. So can you share us the your biggest results and change that happened since you started your business?
Okay. Biggest change. So this one comes in monetary and non-monetary benefits, actually, or change.
Yes, I agree.
But first off, of course, you entered into a business to earn money, right?
Of
In fact,
course.
yeah, financial gains. And the reason why we really want the financial gain is we actually want what the money can afford. It's not the actual money. We don't want to grow a lot or save a lot of money, but we
Mm-mm.
wanted to have the money so we can spend as much time as we can with our families and our loved ones. We wanted to be able to enjoy the activities that we wanted to do, right? So
Mm.
it's what the money can afford. So at this point in our life, it gave us peace of mind that we are able to pay more out of our debt, and we are also able to save some more for our emergency fund in our retirement. Because at this point, now that I am business coach, I am already receiving two streams of income, because that's what we have
Yes.
in the business. Once you become a coach, you will receive two streams of income, right? So it's consistently providing us with the boost or supplement in our income, because we are still both working, because we are determined to at least reach a certain amount of savings or target that
Of
we
course.
wanted to reach before we leave our jobs, because eventually that's our plan, right? So that's one, financial gains. This business, I'm not one of the biggest earners yet at this point, but in our community, a lot of dreams has happened because of
Mm-mm.
this. right? A lot of people had saved up for a house down payment. A lot of people have been traveling a lot. A lot of people have been buying investment properties, right? It can happen in this business, but I am not saying it happens overnight. Let's be real
Of
here.
course.
Still
Yes,
a
of
business,
course.
it still requires your time and effort. And it's not like lottery where you just bet and then overnight you can become
Yeah.
a
Mm-mm.
millionaire. It's not something like that. This is still a business. I just want to say that. Let's keep it real. This is a business. Okay?
Yeah.
That's one. That's one of the biggest change or result that we got from the business. Second, of course, is personal growth and your learning and developing a new skill set. When I say personal growth, because in this business, we are being trained. Okay, it's in the training side. Let's say, for example, you learn how to do social media advertising. I've never heard about that before I started a business, right? I didn't even know that. But in this business, can you believe it? You are able to advertise your brand just like any other big companies, right? If
Mm-mm.
you look at the news feed, your brand is in the same feed.
Level. Yes.
I'm trying to think of what, let's say, Wayfair, right? You see a lot of Wayfair. I don't know if it's the same in the UK, but in Canada, can you believe it? It's a lot of pride to see that your brand is competing or in the same news feed as
Yes.
Wayfair
Yeah.
and other big companies. And you did it yourself. It's because of our training. And if you want to do this social media advertising course in a school or a college, whatever institution is offering it, it's a lot of money, right? But here,
Yeah, that's what
with
I was supposed
training,
to tell. Yeah.
yeah, it comes with the training. So that is one. So learning how to use social media advertising, you are also able to learn how to use editing apps for your pictures,
Mm-mm.
your posters. You are also improving your people skills because you talk to a lot of people, and this
Mm-mm.
Go Live challenge is one of those. Again,
Yeah, just like this now.
I want to say and emphasize too that you are not required to do this, but I strongly believe that if you're the person who wanted to grow your business, you will try and challenge yourself to do something new. If you want to grow or achieve personal growth, you will try something new because you will never learn if you will never try something new, right?
Of
So
course.
your people skills, your presentation skills, and most of us are also back into reading and writing, which is a good thing, right? I totally forgot about reading before, but now I'm into books just because of this business. So that's another thing as far as personal growth. And I do believe that this business brings out the best in people because this business taps your potential. This business looks into what you have deep inside your
Mm-mm.
core because it brings out the best in you. It tries to develop those hidden talents or skills that you have that sometimes you don't even know, but then later on you will realize that you're good at it. So it is really bringing out the best in people. So another thing that I want to mention as far as biggest result or change that happened is meeting friends
Friend. Yeah.
from all over the world. It's
Yeah,
really,
100%
really nice.
agree.
Yeah, because the business has worldwide reach, right? And you get to meet people through your ads in social media, people that you don't even know. They are strangers, but they become friends, and then later on, almost like family to you because you talk to them very, very often. That you get to know
Mm-mm.
each other, and then you support each other, not just through the business or for business related issues, but you also support them emotionally. Sometimes you get so attached to the person that they felt like they are really family to us, right? So the last thing that I want to share to you, I always say this, that this is somehow unique to me because this is, I think for me, this is something that I cannot put a price tag as far as what the business has done for me in my life. As you know, I mentioned I had cancer before, and although I'm in 3 years remission now, um,
Mm-mm.
when once you have cancer, you will never have the same or normal life back, right? Like it is so hard to live the normal
Oh.
way,
Mm-hmm.
right? It will never be the same. And early. in the days like right after my treatment. But before venturing into the business, I always think about the what if the cancer is back. That occupies my mind my whole day, every single day. So it scares me, and I'm always scared to think about that, but it's always in my mind. And plus the fact that I still have some lingering symptoms of what happened to me. I have neuropathy in both my hands and my feet. So it's like 24/7 pain that reminds me about what I've been through. Okay. So that's really hard for me. But when I joined the business, it gave me a distraction or diversion. So for
Hmm.
me, that was the biggest blessing. The
Yes.
business is the biggest blessing to me because it takes my mind off of thinking, of worrying about the cancer being back, and it makes me focus on the beautiful things. Because part of our community too is we are so much into being grateful, right? So positivity and being grateful, and that helps me a lot. So with this business, every single day, I look forward to waking up,
Of
not
course.
because I wanted to think about whatever I had before, but it's more of I'm looking forward to the good news
The good
that
news.
I'm gonna get from the business, because as you know, the business can run overnight while you're sleeping, right?
Yeah,
So I
absolutely.
always look forward to that moment where when I look at my phone, I have a lot of messages, I have a lot of calls.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so thank you, and that's gonna happen to you too. So that's the best thing that happened to me with this business. I can't imagine my life post cancer without the business, because I would probably be so stressed, so worried about it. Um, but with the business, I am just so excited to wake up every single day because this business has brought back life in my life. It's like it has given back the life, even if it's not the same 100% as what I used to have, because it will never be. It is still closest to what I could have become. So I'm really thankful, and I'm just so grateful about it. So that's it.
Wow, what I guess, or I'm sure our viewers were inspired by your story. Yeah, what a great story. One last question. You have mentioned that you've never done any business like this before, any online, but can you let our viewers, let people know that even someone like myself who was totally clueless in this business can easily do this?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because remember, we always tell people that you don't need to have a certain level of experience. Okay,
Yeah.
the different thing with me is that I work in the office, right? I work so much with
Mm-mm.
numbers and things like that, computer. So it wasn't hard for me to plug in. But when I look at the training, it's very straightforward, very detailed, right? So it's ready for you to just plug in. It's in video and
Mm-mm.
written forms, text forms, so you can follow it step by step, right, on the video. And it's very convenient and easy to run, right? And also,
Yes.
you have the support of your
Yep.
mentor and the community. They can help you with navigating the training
The
and
training.
them, right? So everything is there. It's in the training. And also, I want to mention that we do have this weekly mastermind where we share our business owners who are experts in whatever area that they have in their business. They share their tips
They
and secrets, so everybody can try using it, use that approach, and apply it to their business. So I don't think we've had a requirement as far as like what do you know on computers. It's basic.
Yes.
Use Facebook and you can understand it, read and write English, right?
Of
You will be
course.
able to do it. So I don't believe it's a hindrance. I think the hindrance usually is your skepticism and your pride.
Yourself.
Your
Yes.
pride. I always say it's pride that stops people from doing it.
Wow. Yeah, that's true. So, we mentioned about webinar a while ago in our early conversation.
Yeah,
So can you invite before we end? Can you invite our viewers to the webinar because it's Tuesday, so it's
oh, yeah.
webinar day. So
Yeah, so everyone, for those of you who are at least considering or curious, as I've said, there's no obligation to join. The webinar is free and it
mm,
happens every Tuesday and Thursday evening, at least in North America. It's the same for the UK, it's just different time, right?
yeah,
Um, so it happens every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. PST, 7 p.m. CST, 8 p.m. EST. If you don't know those time zones, just Google it.
just Google.
Internet is there to help you with the applicable time zone for you. But what I can tell you is that it's always good to check it first before you say no. So my recommendation is register at Beck's website, and I think she would flash it on the screen.
Yeah,
And
it's
I think
flashing there.
yeah, it's in her page too, so you can always find
Mhm.
it. But I would strongly recommend you watch the webinar because this is just full of information that probably you haven't heard about or you probably don't even know. Our guarantee this is a legitimate business. We pay taxes and we get documentation for our income. And it's a real business. A lot of people you will see on the webinar share their experience in running the business or starting the business and running the business as well as their results. They are real people. They are not paid, okay? Because you will see a lot of people. You can watch the webinar for how many times as you want, and you will see that the people, the presenters,
Mhm.
sharing their stories, their journey are different every single time. So we cannot pay a lot of people here if we're paying artists or
Of
actors
course,
here, right?
yes.
So they are real people and they will also share you about their struggles because this is a real business, right? So
Mhm.
it's both struggles and their success. And in life, you will never have success if you don't have struggle. It
Of
comes
course,
a
yes.
package, right? So anyway, going back to the webinar, it's Tuesday and Thursday evenings. But if you can attend to the live one, you can always still register at Beck's website and you can watch the replay at your own time, at your own pace,
Own
at your
pace,
own convenience. So
convenience.
that's it.
Yes, okay, okay, Ching. Thank you very much. Yeah, what a wonderful story that you have your journey in this business, and congratulations for your success. And I know success will be more as we continue in this. So I believe in that. Yes. So okay, I'm going to end this broadcast now. So again, thank you very much for saying yes to me, for
Oh, no,
guesting in my journey, and my Go Live journey. It's really a pleasure to have you here. So
it was
bye,
sure. Thank you. Bye bye.
bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for watching.
So okay, so we have heard Ching Esguerra from Winnipeg, Canada. So yeah, guys, um, if you are looking for something that you think you want that you think that could change your yeah something additional streams of income, so maybe this is the one. So tomorrow please join me again for another guest, this time from Toronto, Canada. Yeah, another Filipino business colleagues of mine, so she will also share her journey, her story in this, how he how she was able to join the digital business. Okay, guys, thank you so much again, and I would like to shout out my viewers. Christina, hi Christina, thank you so much from what for watching for yeah from Ontario, Canada. From Jamie Rosario, hi Queenie from Winnipeg, Canada as well. From Grace Solar, thank you so much for watching. From Unidas Solis. Ate Leonida, thank you so much for watching from Bermuda. And Lula from Canada. Yes. And Christina from, oh yeah, we are very inspired by the life that coaching just have shared with us. And Elaine from all the way from California, thank you so much. So we are worldwide here. And this one, MC Stewart from UK, I think MC came from the north part of UK in Scotland, if I'm not mistaken. So thank you so much for those for watching, guys. So see you again tomorrow at this same time at this same place. Yeah, I will be still here and you will still be there at your own place. So thank you, good evening, and God bless everyone and stay safe.